Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Planet X News, July 10th, 2019. And ladies and gentlemen, even though we have a potential hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico, we could still not forget about what is happening in California. I've been watching the earthquake movements there for the last couple of days. If you watched my live stream, whenever we were updating the information on these earthquakes out there in Ridgecrest, California, I mentioned how the earthquakes were moving northward through this valley. And about 5 minutes ago at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time, a magnitude 4.1 hit. And it says 14 kilometers north-northeast of Coso Junction, California. And as you can see, now all of the earthquakes over the past 7 days are not shown on this particular map right here because there's entirely too many. I think they may be over 1,800 earthquakes. Now there's just been an update here, so let's go ahead and roll in here and check this out. So we have a magnitude 4.52. It seems like it's upgraded. I'm not sure if these were two separate earthquakes. There seems to be a little swarm going on here. Let's check out the depth. 1 kilometer. Let's check out the depth of this. Okay, so this just may be a repeat on the seismic devices. So I would say this is probably between a 4.1 and a 4.5. And as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and just pan back a little bit. And this is what I was referring to. Now, these earthquakes, there was a huge swarm down here. Now, you can see these are all current earthquakes. Everything in red is today. So that earthquake activity in that Ridgecrest area of Southern California is continuing. It's not letting up. But just like I said in my prior live stream when we were updating this information on these earthquakes, I mentioned how the earthquakes were slowly moving up this valley, straight through here. So that kind of has me wondering why. And as I mentioned, the lay of the land, it seems that that wasn't carved out, those two sets of mountains, that valley ripping through there. Maybe it wasn't carved out by a glacier or water. It looks to me that sometime in the long distance past, that maybe there was a substantial earthquake here and that entire mountain range separated, forming that valley. Now, I'm not sure if there are fault zones through that valley that goes up between these sets of mountains, but I will keep monitoring this each and every day because it seems that these earthquakes are steadily moving north, upward through this mountain valley. Now, I've been trying to find reports from the USGS if they're saying anything about this. And as of right now, no reports, no talk about how these earthquakes are moving in that pattern. But I will stay on top of it. And for all of you folks that do live in this area, we do have a geomagnetic storm that started to erupt earlier today. It was minor, really nothing to write home about. But unfortunately, our magnetic shield, our magnetopause, is very, very weak. And any type of heavily charged particles coming into and blasting the magnetopause will penetrate the Earth. And as I've said in past live streams, this will induce more and more seismic activity. So this is something that we're going to have to watch very, very closely. I do see a rash. I'm just zooming in here. We saw this earthquake. We saw this one. And 6 minutes ago, 3.4. 17 minutes ago, a magnitude 3.09. Two smaller quakes. So it does seem that these earthquakes are steadily moving right up through this valley. I'm going to switch over to the satellite view, and we can see it. I'll go ahead and pan back a little bit, and you can see these are the mountain ranges here, and these earthquakes are moving steadily straight up through the northern part of this mountain range and through this valley. So there may be a potential for some larger earthquakes. We may see high magnitude 5s, possibly into the 6s, within the next 24 to 72 hours. We will see. This geomagnetic storm was kind of weak. However, at this point in time, folks, anything is possible. But I will keep you updated on the earthquake activity in the Ridgecrest, Southern California area. Stay safe out there, folks. This is Scott from Planet X News. Thank you for watching.